Hey guys, it is Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. We have a fun one today. We're going to learn how to play Symphony of Destruction by Megadeth. So this video is going to be all the rhythm guitar parts, and then the second video we're going to take a look at Marty Friedman's crazy guitar solo, which is a lot of fun. So this one though is pretty simple for Megadeth at least. Usually their rhythm guitar parts are about as difficult as the solos, but not in this case. Davie Mustaine really simplified it here. So we're going to go through these sections real quick. So this first one, we're in standard tuning, and the first one is the main riff. All right, so that's going to start with the palm muted first, 1-3-1 on the low E string. And then the power chord, it's a 3-string power chord. So first fret on the low E, third on the A and the D, down to the open E twice. So like this. Back to those two power chords. And then back to the little muted bass line there. And then back to the power chords. So that's pretty much it. Some nice little pause there, and so it's basically just two chords, two power chords, and that little 1-3-1 riff there. All right, now that's the simplest one of all here. Now the pre-chorus is a little bit more challenging. It looks like this. All right, so we're gonna start palm muted low E string twice, and then we're gonna play the 7th fret on the A and the D together, then back to the low E, and then the 6th fret on the A and the D, back to the low E muted, and then the 5th fret of the A and the D. So this. All right, so after you play that, the 5th fret, you're going to quickly grab the 7th fret muted there. If you listen close on recording, you'll hear that. On live, they don't always do that. They might just do the open E after the 2 5s, or you can grab the 7th fret there. They actually do it both ways. And then you're going to hammer 5 to 7, and then back to 5 on the D. So like this. So I'll do it real slow. So right after that, you gotta go right back into the riff. The last time you hold those 2 5s, and then we have this 2 low E muted, and then the 5th fret there on the A string. Vibrato, and then you just do an that's just a chromatic run 6 5 4, then 3 2 1 kind of heavily palm muted. So that is a pre-chorus, mostly what you hear on the album. Now live especially, there's a harmony guitar on top of that that Marty Friedman played. And it sounds like this if you want to play that. It's not very apparent on the original recording. It looks like this. All right, so he does kind of the 5/7 little hammer back to 5 the first couple times, but then he changes it. Instead of going 5/7, he goes 4/5 on the G, then back to 4 there. And after he's done that one twice, he then jumps to 5 and 6 on the beat. So that's really just kind of extra credit of what they do live. All right, now for the chorus, it looks like this. All right, so the chorus is obviously longer a little later in the song. We'll talk about that, but it's all the same stuff, just little parts of it sometimes repeated. And so we're going to start with the low E open. And what we're going to do is we're going to pick a cross, playing this power chord at the 7th fret of the A string. So the 7th fret of the A, 9th fret on the D. Open low E. So hit the open low E first. And then we're going to start a little descending arpeggio like throughout the rest of the chorus. It's going to be, you're going to pick from the D to the A, the open E, and then now move down to the 8th fret there on the D string, and pick across the same string. Sorry. Then do the same thing now starting at the 5th fret power chord. So same 2 strings. So when you get to the 6th though, so we have this. When you move down to the 6th there on the D, then grab 7 on the A and 7 on the low E and slide it down. So we have this. Then you're back to the low E and you start these that arpeggio line again. Now with that power chord at the 3rd fret, going down once again to the 4th fret on the D, and then grabbing the power chord there at the 5th fret. Now you're going to kill the low E string there, and then that little line ends it, kind of goes back around after this. So we have 5, 4 on the D, then 5 on the A, 7 on the low E string. So we have this. Start over. And the second time through, when you get to that D power chord, I'll mute a few times and back to the main riff. Now, once again, live, in certain sections of the song, Marty Friedman would add a harmony part above that. So if you guys want to learn that, it's usually kind of when they extend the chorus, he'll add it. So when it's starts repeating again, so this is the second time through the chorus where they just kind of they don't end it there, they continue another one. Marty Friedman would come in with this. So it's just up here now, still the low E open, and then you're just playing 10 on the D. I'm sorry, 12 on the D, the 10 on the A, and then go down to now same shape, but now the 11th fret on the D, and then 9 on the D, and then 9 on the D, 10 on the A, 12 on the E. It's, like I said, it's just something he does live sometimes, and then it's low E again now, 9 on the D, 7 on the A, the low E, then the 2 7s now. And then you kind of go up to the 12 on the D string, and you're just going to end it with 9, 7 to 9 on the A, 10 on the E. So really, all right, so you know, if you know those two parts, you'll be able to, when the chorus goes longer at the end, you're gonna know it's where it stops and just kind of starts over again. It'd be pretty obvious how to pick it up. All right, so one other thing we have left here is the rhythm during the solo, which is kind of an abbreviated version of the pre-chorus riff during the entire solo. So it looks like this. He just does that the whole time. So it's just the 2 mutes there on the low E, and then the 7, the low E, 6, low E, 5, a pause, and then he starts over. All right, so pretty simple there, especially by Megadeth standards. But stay tuned for the next video. We're going to take a look at Marty Friedman's solo, and simple it is no longer going to be. All right, I'll see you there.